Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. So I have been really curious about whether or not you do something for birthdays. And I know I mentioned this last week on my call, but I ended up, believe it or not, reaching out to 2 consultants who have done the court of sales and reached out to 4 directors, one relatively new director and the other one seasoned, on whether they do stuff for birthdays. And the majority did, but it varied from, I just send an e-card to everybody, to somebody who actually sends a small gift to all her customers. But what I did find in a conversation that I had with the newer director and the seasoned consultant who does sales court is that when they weren't doing a birthday program or when they let it slide for a year or 2 or whatever, then they started doing it up again. They noticed a huge increase in sales and customer loyalty to them. And I shared that statistic with you before that once a customer purchases from you 3 times, it creates a loyalty. Okay. And I don't mean 3 times like she buys a miracle set today and then tomorrow she goes, I forgot the foundation and the primer, add that, and then she jumps on a virtual event or whatever. I'm talking like, over a period of maybe a couple of weeks or a couple of months, and she calls you maybe for advice, or, hey, I've really got sun damage, what do you suggest? Or, hey, I saw all these boosters that you guys have, what should I use? Those kinds of things. 3 encounters with you creates a loyalty. So can you imagine your birthday, which is, in my opinion, one of the most special holidays because you don't share with anyone. It's not like Thanksgiving or Christmas or Easter or whatever, right? So what if you did a couple things? Now, this isn't a difficult system because I know a lot of you are busy and you're thinking, but Diane, I have 3 other jobs, 8 kids, 2 goats, a cat, whatever. All right. Or maybe Mary Kay is not your number one focus. It's you have a full-time job and this is your side hustle. Wouldn't you want, though, your customers to feel appreciated, loved, and special because they will stay with you longer? So I'm going to give you 5 ways to communicate with them, and I'm going to suggest you pick 3 of the 5. You can do whatever you want, but one of them, just write it down. One is postcards. One is e-cards. Those are e-cards from the company. One is an email. One is a text message, and the other one, so let's see, hold on a second. I forgot the 5th one. Give me a second here. So I've got a postcard you can send, which I'll explain all these in just a second. A postcard, an email, an e-card, a text message, and then a posting on your private VIP page. So we'll start with that one. The private posting could be a picture of a birthday cake. You could use the same picture every month or change it up. Go to Google Images and type in Happy Birthday Gorgeous, and you'll get all these different pictures or whatever. And you post a picture and you can say, Happy May birthday too. Now, I would just use their first name and last initial because some people are very private. They don't want that. I don't know. That's up to you. But you could post whoever in your customer base has a birthday that month. So you would post this. Now, if you think about it, this is something you could do in advance, right? You could do this in advance. You could do this like right now. You could do it so that on June 1st, so you sit down this weekend for just a minute. You grab your customer list and see who has a birthday, and then you post June's birthdays, and you schedule it to go out June 1st, okay? Now, let's talk about a postcard. So I remember when my birthday hit in November, I got several emails from businesses saying, come in and we'll give you, one item at half off, or come into the ice cream shop and we'll give you 1 scoop of free ice cream on the day of your birthday. But I only got one, aside from a girlfriend birthday cards and that kind of stuff, the only thing I got in the mail from a business was from my financial planner, who said, I just want you to know that I'm thinking about you and appreciating you on your birthday with a pack of seeds. And I thought that really meant a lot to me that she would take a business professional to send me a card, even though I know her assistant sends it out, doesn't matter. And so I just started thinking about that, and so I want to say, if you went and got postcards, they could say happy birthday on them. You can get them generic. You can get them from different companies that Mary Kay people work with, like Court of Achievers or whoever. But it could also be a really cute postcard from the Dollar Tree that even has a high heel on it, like a high heel pair of shoes or a candle or a big smiley face. It doesn't even have to say happy birthday, but I want you to come up with a greeting. Now, ideally penmanship. Write one message to like thinking of you and celebrating you all month long. I hope your birthday month is extremely special. Love, Diane Covington, your Mary Kay Beauty Consultant. You want to sign your full name and put on there your Mary Kay Beauty Consultant because it has a link psychologically. We won't even go into that. So you could write that, right? And then you could hand that one card and a stack of 50 postcards and say to your neighbor's 18-year-old daughter that's got beautiful penmanship, or maybe you've got a customer that would like to earn some Mary Kay at half off, and hire them to come, and they would literally sit down and write that same message 50 times on 50 postcards. Now you've got a stack of them, and you could just personalize it with their name and put at the top, Suzanne, Beth, Joanne, whatever, just have the same colored pen, obviously. But you could do that. So the postcard, so here's how this might roll out. I'll just give you the condensed version because I know we're on a limited time on the call. Let's say you send out an email, blind copy everybody, of course. You send out an email on the 1st saying, happy birthday to you, and that you're celebrating them all month, and some kind of an offer. So I'm doing like 15% off the entire month or 20% off the entire month, right? You would send that out on the 1st. You want it to go out either by email or whatever you're doing. But I would highly suggest, and I got this idea from another top director, that you create a shop. You can go in right now and make a Shop My Party that starts June 1st and June 30th, and the title of the party could be June Birthday Celebrations, or it could be something even more cute and creative like Birthday Babes Celebrating. So, just something fun, because when they get the text, when they open it, it'll say that at the top. So if it says June Birthday Babes, or June Birthday Celebrations, or June birthdays, something like gorgeous girls in June birthdays or something. So when she opens that Shop My Party link, it's really creative. It's better, in my opinion, than giving them just a lookbook. Because you're saying, click here to see what's new with Mary Kay and have a great virtual experience, and let me know if there's anything you'd love to order. So you're going to type this up. Once you have the email written, the postcard written, the e-card written, once you've got your message for the year, maybe you change the message every year, you're set. You just copy paste every month. So it's the first month, this month, that you'll set it up for June. It'll go amazing. So when you set up this Shop My Party, the nice thing about that is you can go back in there, and I always tell them, I said, don't completely check out with your credit card because then I can't apply your birthday discount. So just let me know when your order is in there and it's placed. Because if they log in and register and then put an order in a shopping cart and go to checkout but don't pay for it, it'll show you that there's a pending order. Then you can go in and apply their birthday discount. Okay, so that's the other idea. And then the final idea is setting up an appointment with them. So here's something that I did for years, and believe it or not, during COVID, I quit doing it, and I never restarted it. Big mistake on my part. Big mistake. What I used to do is it was called a birthday refresh. And it was a 15-minute appointment in person or on Zoom. I usually did them on Zoom, but whatever. And it was just called a birthday refresh. And I said, well, all you need to do is spend 15 minutes with me on a birthday refresh in person or on Zoom, and your discount doubles for the month. So instead of them getting 15, it would jump from 15% to 25%. Or you could do 15 to 30, whatever you want to do, but it would up their discount. So I would have about 75% of my clients go, yeah, I'll do a birthday refresh, because they knew it was only 15 minutes. And what did I do in those 15 minutes? I showed them every product that launched since their last birthday. That's why I always keep one extra lookbook or tear off the back page of the lookbook. It'll feature everything that's new. So let's say I have an appointment with you today, May 28th, which, by the way, today would have been my sister's 66th birthday. And she passed away from breast cancer 15 years ago, but today is her birthday. Anyway, so let's say I was calling you. You want to set up a birthday refresh, and we're on Zoom right now. What am I going to do? I'm going to say, oh, my gosh, Lori, I'm so glad, happy birthday month to you. What are you doing special this month? And she'll tell me, and then I'll say, so let me share with you the birthday refresh. And I said, I want to honor your time, so I'm setting my timer for 15 minutes to make sure we're completely done in that time. And what I would do is I would talk to her about what is launched since her last birthday. Brow kits, mineral facial sunscreen SPF 30, face and body SPF 50, a brand new perfume, the new men's line. I believe it may have been longer than a year. I'd go back and look in the applauses. It might have been the lip oils, of course, but it might have also been, we've got highlighters, maybe bronzers. So it's basically anything that's launched. There might be, the dynamic wrinkle limiter. She doesn't have that. She doesn't know about that. So it's anything that's launched. And so I said, just grab a piece of paper out, do a tic-tac-toe. I just have her do like squares on a page, And I said, anything that even interests you a little, just jot it down, and at the end, I'll ask you what you wrote down. And then I might end it with saying the three biggest volume sellers right now are micellar water, eye makeup remover, and whatever, foundation primer. Or you know what else is new this last year is the Great Heights mascara with panthenol. So there's enough for you to cover in what's launched since her last birthday. And I said, well, thank you so much for jumping on. Your discount now for the month has doubled. So you could do that. Or what one of my girlfriends does is she gives them 20% off for the whole month. But if they jump on, and she calls it a beauty dash, or a beauty, it's like, I forgot the name, but it's like beauty in a dash or something like that. And they get to choose whether they want to do one with skincare or makeup, or a spa treatment or makeup. And she sends samples in the mail. And if they will jump on, she allows them 2 additional items at 50% off. So again, that's in addition to her birthday discount. She gets to pick 2 items at half off, anything she wants, if she'll do the beauty in a dash or whatever. I can't remember what it's called, like birthday beauty or something. Anyway, and so what she does is she pre-does envelopes, and she just mails them out in a card that's like, 5 by 7, like a typical birthday card. She puts the samples in there, puts a little extra postage on it. I think it goes postage for like 95 cents or something. And then she mails them. And she has a schedule where 2 to 3 times a week she hosts those, like 2 at noon and 1 at 6. And she'll say, oh, well, I do 3 a week. You can jump on any of these. And if nobody signs up for that particular one that she's doing, right, then she goes and she sits at her phone and makes booking calls or whatever. Like, she's already got that time blocked out in her date book, and she offers 3 sessions a week. And she said, sometimes I'll have 4 people on. Sometimes I don't have anybody register. And so how you do that is they fill out a Google form. So all I can tell you guys is get something in place. If that's too complicated, the Google form and all that right now, then just do at least an e-card, do the Shop My Party, maybe send out a postcard, and maybe an email. And you can pre-set these up. So I guess my very first question is, whose birthday do you not have? If you print out all your customers that you did enrolled in PCP, and let's say you've got 10 customers, let's say you've got 100. Print them out, and then say, okay, whose birthday do I not have? Now, you can go on to Mary Kay in Touch under My Customers and pull up a report of whose birthdays you have, because I think it'll blow you away. It's not going to be as many as people as you think. In fact, I'm going to guess most people's birthdays you don't have. Another way to fill that in, though, is if you're Facebook friends, you can go in and see when their birthday is. That might help. But I'm going to tell you guys now, do something for June birthdays. You're going to be so glad you did. It brings in another stream of revenue for you. It ties loyalty to you, to your customers. It makes them feel special. So who doesn't want that, right? All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Have a blessed day.